know that I came into education because I really wanted to affect lives, to be part of a community, to be part of something greater than just teaching curriculum.
I learned so much.
Have a good day.
I've wanted to be a teacher since I was in kindergarten.
Think about what the two words mean. What does participatory mean?
I felt very inspired to create change through the classrooms.
You can't tell from my smile, I love it. I love being here. I love the opportunity, I love the job, I love the challenge. It's a fun place to work.
MVLA is
The community of learners.
a very diverse district.
Student-centered. A really good district to learn in.
Sort of an ideal environment to work in.
I come from Los Angeles Unified, 25 years down there, and I can't even tell you, I feel like I landed in Shangri-La.
From the day that you come, the district as a whole really invests in you as a person.
Teachers here are very passionate about what they do.
We create the loyalty and the passion when they give us the opportunity to grow and to fly.
The thing that makes this place such an engaging place to work is the fact that we have such a diverse student body. It really is kind of a microcosm of California in a way, and that's what keeps the conversations in class engaging and interesting, because you're constantly hearing sort of multiple perspectives.
So it's a challenging place to teach because you're always trying to find a way to connect to each student.
There's a lot of different cultures and different people, so you get exposed to that, and so I think that's really unique.
One of the things unique about the MVLA School District is that it is focused on student. The student is a focus at all times. Mountain View Los Altos District is very student-centered, student-focused. We care about each student learning something each day, and there's no exception to that. We really push that.
We really care about the entire student as a whole.
Everything that happens here happens for and on behalf of the student.
I think my expectation is that they all go to a four-year school. And if they can accomplish that, I'll be very happy.
They have to walk out of here and they have to be a productive citizen.
Well, teachers at MVLA actually get to select their own professional development activities. And we select those activities based on what we think is going to most suit the needs of our students.
One of the things we do in professional development is learn how to differentiate so that the struggling student, the one kind of in the middle, and the one that's high achieving are all being challenged.
And the way you do that is by providing students with tiered assignments so that students remain challenged and struggling.
A lot of the dialogue that happens in professional development meetings is focused around, like, what can we do differently?
An audio documentary and do a photo
Right.
book and write a research paper. Like, which one of these do I feel like has the most potential in all three of those areas?
BITSA program is a mentoring program for new teachers to help guide them through their first 2 years of teaching.
Today we're going to look at the analysis of student work and what is it that
There were many strategies that my BITSA coach knew because of her experience that she was able to just catch on and say, why don't you try doing this? This worked for me really well, or I've observed this from another class.
There are ongoing workshops throughout the year. As a seventh-year teacher, I still want to refine what I'm doing. The true incentive is to be able to restructure and rethink your teaching so that you don't become this kind of stale, stagnant teacher.
So I think of this school as being a highly supportive working environment for both teachers and students, and the way that support comes about is through collaboration.
We have really built an environment in which you can grow as a professional. You can play with the curriculum enough and make some agreements and feel really supported.
Our administration really empowers the teachers to be teacher leaders.
If you propose, I think this would be a good idea to help me grow as a professional, the admin is behind you 110%. They're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Go for it and give us feedback.
It's more like, teachers, what do you need? what is working well in your classrooms, what isn't working well, how can we support you to become better teachers already.
They want us to be growing, and so it can be stressful as a young teacher starting because you feel like you're doing so much. You know, you're doing all these meetings and you're hosting clubs and you're doing your professional development, and so it feels like a lot, but it's not busy work. They want us to be teacher leaders and they want us to do it on our own. This is a lifelong process that I'm going to grow, for the next 30 years of my profession, and that's okay. And it's okay to make mistakes and really to be a human for your students, but then to let them know and to kind of be in that process with them of growth.
There's tons of resources to utilize, and there are tons of people who are willing to sit down with you and walk you through. And that level of support, you'll be hard-pressed to find anywhere else.
My fear was that I wasn't going to be empowering them to want to be self-learners. And this school is amazing because there's so many phenomenal teachers that are willing to help out, are encouraging that we all step up our game in our teaching profession, and kind of built that confidence for us to take that extra step forward.
Someone has a really good idea for a lesson plan, and we're all inspired and want to achieve that level of greatness. I think that kind of collaboration in terms of not just meeting our goals, but how to get there is something that is very special to this district, that we really like each other and we like being together and working together. That's why I want to be here until I retire. I've worked in 2 different school districts, and I've worked in departments where people don't even talk to each other.
I felt I was on my own at other schools. I really had to come up with, generate curriculum, problem solve myself, and that's not the way things are approached here.
We're all on the same page.
And being in a community like that allows you to do the best job possible.
Students are just really, really smart and willing to challenge themselves.
Teacher-student relationships are very positive in this district.
We have some amazing kids that are just very inspiring to work with.
I'm amazed that I get paid to do what I do here.
Teachers are really cool.
The teachers are wonderful. You have questions, they spend time with you.
They seem to really care about their students. They're the best that I've ever had, actually.
It's like a big family around the entire school.
There's a special relationship between teachers and the students, because when you have a dream, when you have an aspiration to do something, they just help you.
They're awesome.